Good. Good. Live. Good. Everything good. All right. Bet. Raymond's already. Everyone bitch about being late. Everyone yelling about being late. Day one. College football. We are here. We are live. And we are ready to roll. Obviously, I have a lot of bets today. 10 bets are open. Need a 20-way parlay guy. Pay the rent. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we have a lot of bets to go over. Obviously, a massive slate. There's a lot of leans I have that I didn't take. There's a lot of promos we're going to go over. There's a lot of shit to do. First, I'm going to grab a Monsty. I forgot to do that. How you doing? All right. We're good now. Now we're live. Now we're good. Now we grab a Monsty. I was going to rip this earlier, but I was like so in a zone. I ripped out so much shit this morning on Twitter. It was disgusting. Ugh. All right. You can see the plays on the screen in front of you. What's going on, Jake? What games are we excited to watch? What's my name on Pickett? It is Nick Guthrie. It is my real name. If you go on Twitter, you can see it. If you look up Gut on Twitter, you can see the full name. Or you can look up Guts045. I'll type it in chat for you. And I'll pin it. What the hell? It says I'm logged on the wrong account. That's weird. Anyway, let's just do it anyway. Hold on. I'll put it in chat. Bang. On the cancel gaming account. I don't know why I'm on the cancel gaming account, but that's where we're at. That's the Pickett. Super easy. Time to make some cash. Make sure to use code BDGE when you're on Pickett, because you'll get, literally they'll give you $3 or $100. Someone in the chat before, in one of the streams before, got $100 just for free. So sometimes you get Venmo $100 just by signing up using code BDGE. Not only that, you'll be in our merch. We're doing a huge merch raffle too, so it's like you might as well. All right. These are the plays we have. These are the units I'm putting on them. Jalen Monroe. There's also FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Underdog. All have so many goddamn promos. I got boost odds for these. For Georgia game, you get boosted odds, so I took the under here on FanDuel. He's 189 on Underdog. I'm in New Jersey right now, so I can't bet on Underdog like myself right now. Otherwise, I would take it 1,000 times on Underdog. Pair it with the free slip with Jalen Monroe on Underdog. So there's a free slip. I can pull up. Let me pull up my Twitter real quick because it's on here. Cool. Why the fuck is this again? God damn it. Can I log in? All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to log in to make this an easier view for you guys. Uno momento. Por favor. Because, god damn, this is really annoying. Bang. Texted me a code. Just because I don't know why it's showing all my NBA stuff from 19 years ago. That makes no damn sense. 2042. Bang. All right. Now we're set. Now we're fine. Now we're rolling. Let me put the thing back up. Bang. Okay. So for the free square that I posted, there's so much shit here. For the free square I posted was this one. This is what I really like. Again, my under 190 Cade Klubnik here on Underdog. So you get that. Plus you get the free Jalen Monroe line. So, yeah. Take advantage. Since I'm still new, can you not bet on college player props on BetMGM or Underdog, or am I just missing that? It depends on where you are in location. In New York, you cannot bet on college props. You can look up, if you go to Underdog's website, they have like a full list of where you can bet college props, where you cannot bet college props, where you can see college props and not bet college props, where you can bet this, bet that, all the complications and bullshit are all on the website for Underdog Fantasy. I think it's just underdogfantasy.com. I do not know off the top of my dome like where the things are, but it is dependent on state for where you can see, where you can bet. But if you can bet on college, bang, this is the one we want to go with. Jalen Milroe, K. Klubnik. This game is where I'm looking forward to. The UGA Clemson game should be a good one. I'm expecting UGA to absolutely stop the fuck out of Clemson. If you don't know, I'm a Clemson fan. Not happy about it, but I think it's going to happen. Cage is solid. Really hasn't showed me anything to be happy about going forward. We didn't really upgrade on the offensive end that much. I like Phil, our running back, Mufas. I don't know how to say his last name. But he was replacing Will Shipley. He played a lot last year. He was really good. He's a power back, bigger back. He's going to be able to do a lot. I think his over is fine, but Cade definitely is not going to pass the ball in this Georgia defense. So I really like this slip, and that's the free promo. Use code BDGE when you sign up. Also, the link is in the description as well. But yeah, so we can go through some of the plays. Also, affiliate Friday. So if you already deposited using code BDG, you can get another 10% bonus on your next deposit. So you might as well take advantage of that too. Again, they're just giving out free cash. You might as well fucking take advantage of that. That plus the Monroe line, just dubs all around. So Virginia Tech Vanderbilt, I'm not really betting on. It's going to be a good game. Don't get me wrong. Spread is pretty close, but it's nothing I'm really going to be harping on. I think Virginia Tech wins this comfortably. I don't see Vanderbilt really putting on much of a fight. UConn, it's kind of crazy. One of my buddies is on UConn. Two of my buddies are actually on UConn, and I was talking to them about the game, inside information, and it's going to be a good one. Should be interesting. I think UConn sadly gets fucking stomped as they just kind of stink, but they're supposed to be better this year. They're all bitching at me, hey, we're going to be decent. I'm like, yet to see it. Staying away from that one. But Ty Felton here. Kind of an interesting over on his fantasy points. Because remember, fantasy points in his are half PPR. Receiving touchdown 6. Yeah, so that's a touchdown 6. Yeah, so should be interesting in half PPR settings. He's going to be an interesting receiver to look at here. He's the clear number 1 here for Maryland. He's supposed to be pretty solid. So his fantasy points, I think he easily gets in the end zone versus UConn. So that's an interesting bet for sure. Now to the big game that everybody's talking about. K. Klubnik's line went up. We take the lower. His line has gone down, gone up, gone down, gone up. I originally had this bet placed at 202 was his line on FanDuel about like a little over, not over a week ago, but like about half a week ago when I was making my lines originally. It came out at 202.5, and I was like, dude, it's the easiest under of all time. Then it absolutely plummeted all the way down to like 186 within a matter of like a day, and I was like, what the fuck? And now it's back up to like 192. So I don't know really where it's going to be, but I'm going to take the under every single time. I just don't see him being able to do shit. Georgia is just hasn't lost a regular season game since 2022. They just rebolstered their entire defense. They brought in 4 5-stars. I'm not exaggerating, like 4 5-stars. They bring a lot of their defense back from last year. Obviously, they lost some studs. Obviously, you lose the Jalen Carters of the world and all that sort of stuff over the past few years. But this is a team that just keeps reloading. They're going to be elite. Clemson has not reloaded. Clemson doesn't do well in the transfer portal at all. It's going to be a mess for here on out with how the transfers and everything work as well. Again, Phil Mufa, I can never pronounce his name. His over is interesting. I know you can get about like 68.5 on books. So if you want to do that instead, you definitely can. It's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out there. But I think it's going to be a good shout either way for Phil there. Keep on pushing on. We have other names that you could definitely shoot at. Like you can do the Carson Beck over. I see a lot of people on this, but he's promoted on like everything. So if you want to get just a free promo instead, just do that. Also on FanDuel and DraftKings, you can get a boost, 100% boost to your lines on this game. So take advantage of that. Same thing with PSU, West Virginia. They give a 100% boost on DK. I don't know about FanDuel. I think FanDuel might be money back for this game, but you get something on this for this game where it's a plus. Drew Allar's line is crazy fucking low. I understand everyone's like, oh my God, he fucking stinks, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he's that bad. And it's Drew Allaire. Everyone's saying it fucking different. I got a comment last time. It's like, it's not Drew Allure, it's Drew Allure. I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. Either way, everyone that I'm around that's around the PSU guys says Drew Allure, but if it's Drew Allure, whatever the fuck. Going to be taking none of his lines, but it's interesting. I'm going to be taking instead. Where the fuck is it? Nick Singleton's very interesting here. It's like this West Virginia defense is not that good. And they lost a lot of pieces this offseason. Penn State has a new offensive coordinator to where I love Julian Fleming's line. It is going up, going down, going up, going down, and right now it's at 33.5. You could have got 38, and then it was 30, and then it was 33, and then it was 35. Now it's back to 33, and it's like all over the place. I think the books have the order because they're listed on the depth chart as Julian's the wide receiver 3, but really just Julian's just the slot. He's not the wide receiver 3. He was a wide receiver 1 the entire camp, doing everything. He's also by far the most experienced, the best receiver on this depth chart. Not really close either. So I think he smashes this line. I think he's going to be a focal point of this offense if they want to win games. Harrison Wallace, again, young guy, speed guy, but I don't see him taking anything away from Julian Fleming. Neither do I see Tyler Warren. Again, the longest reception because he's fast. But like I don't really see either of these younger guys taking away from Julian Fleming, who's a experienced vet coming from the Ohio State scheme. On the West Virginia side, I don't really love anything. I kind of just lean to a different game. But again, FanDuel, all that sort of stuff has these props for the for Penn State, West Virginia, boosted FanDuel and DraftKings. So you can also take advantage of that, or just take the free line on Underdog where it's automatically boosted. Pick game, I'm not touching. Miami, Florida, we are touching. Pause. Cam Ward, 262.5. Love this line. Cam Ward's coming from a scheme where he went over this line 7 of the last 10 games. Cam Ward also is playing a Florida defense that was one of the worst in the SEC last year, giving up the 4th most passing yards per game, over 300 yards per game. In the last 7 of 8 games of the season, you like green rushing yards, Quinn? We'll look into that for show. Is that West Virginia? Yeah. Think he's going to be moving like that at 46.5? You like the over or the under? Over? Over on the rushing yards for grain? You think Penn State's defense is going to be good this year? That's what I'm kind of worried about. Penn State should be shutting down teams with this defense. They have studs pretty much at all 3 spots. And I'm excited to really see how their D-line is going to be the biggest question mark, I would say. Outside of the edge rushers, of course. But the linebackers looks great this year. Defensive backs look they're old. All pretty much seniors, juniors returning. The defense should be the big focal point of this team. Obviously, the new offensive coordinator coming from Kentucky. It should be interesting to see how that goes. I don't know enough about Green if he's fucking scooting like that. I didn't do my research on him. But I know he's a good quarterback, older quarterback, so we'll see. But if Quinn likes him, then I'm definitely all in. So take a look at that. Cam Ward is where I'm really in. Me and Quentin are on this play. He's up at 62.5. I took him at 256.5. Again, new scheme for him. He was at Washington State last year. He's a bigger body quarterback. He can sling the fucking rock. Has a cannon of an arm. He's a little bit mobile, but not going to really be knocking your socks off with the rush game. Florida's a team where you can look to really expose the pass. And I think they're going to do that a lot today. Again, this is like the J-Mo matchup of the day. He's a Florida fan, but he also was like, I think Miami's going to smack us. They're 2.5 favorites. I think they win this comfortably. I think there will be a little bit of back and forth in the first half. This first half passing line feels great, too, at 133. So if you would look into that instead, you can also do that. I think that's a great line to take advantage of. But, yeah, love that spot. Cam Ward, I think, is going to easily smash this spot at 262. I would take him all the way up to even, like, I think I would probably max at, like, 268, 270 is probably where I would stop. But, yeah, I would take his line very, very high. I think he goes for 300 tonight. I don't really see a problem, especially because Miami throws a fucking ball, dude. They sling the fucking rock. Obviously, we have Texas, Colorado State. This ain't even going to be close. Quinn Ewers has free lines damn near everywhere, so you can take that. Not only that, they also have bonuses on, I think, DK. I think DK has the bonus for, I don't think FanDuel does, for the Texas game. So if you want to take advantage of that, get a boosted play. Lines are moving literally as we fucking speak. Crazy. Again, Quinn Ewers passing yards at 381. It feels great on the surface. I don't even think he plays into the second half of this game. Colorado State's a scrappy team. They'll play the Big 12 really well. They're not going to fucking touch Texas. The one play I do like is Isaiah Bond. Over. Again, this is more of a lean. It's not an official play for me. He's just a fucking stud. And I think he's going to do a really job replacing the Adonai Mitchell and Xavier Worthy role. He's either going to be the go-to guy. He's going to be the wide receiver one. If Quinn Ewers throws the ball today, it will be to Isaiah Bond. I think he can absolutely demolish this Colorado State defense. So I'm really excited to see how he does in the Texas #1 role. Compared to last year, he was overshadowed by the two studs, obviously, that went in the first and third round of the draft. Arkansas, Ohio State, the lines are low, and everyone's like, oh, we should slam the overs. Like, I don't really know, dude. I think it's just going to be, like, Arkansas is great. I think Ohio State wins by fucking 40. Like, it's just, they're so good. They're the best. They're the best. Like, I think Georgia's the best team. I think Ohio State has the most talent. And if I were to take anything, it'd be, I was looking at this play earlier. Obviously, it's hard to gauge for true freshman how much he's going to play. But Jeremiah Smith is a fucking dog, dude. He will be a guy that's going to come on the scene early and often, and we're going to be like, holy fuck, he's going to take over college football. I am so in on Jeremiah Smith as a prospect. I think he comes in and absolutely dominates Arkansas and all these smaller teams. Obviously, you have a Mecca who's going to like try to like raise his stock, even though he's only hurting his stock by being older. I don't know why the fuck he came back. Trying to raise his stock by coming in another league, having a big year. But I think Jeremiah Smith is going to take over even a Mecca's role and just be a fucking animal. He's a high point guy. He's a guy who has speed, size, athletic ability. He literally can do it all on the field. Akron? Yeah, not any fucking better. Where the fuck was that? Oh, Akron, yeah. Sorry. They got no Akron lines up. What the fuck was I thinking? Arkansas ain't playing no Ohio State. Either way, it's going to be a 50-point fucking blowout. My point still fucking stands. And it's going to be a big Jeremiah Smith day. I promise. I'm not taking it myself, but I'm leaning that way 100%. When it happens, I'll be like, he's fucking him. Anyway, I wouldn't touch either of the running backs. They'll probably play the first half and be done. Will Howard will also probably only play the first half. I don't see either of these guys make it. That's why I think Jeremiah's going to get some reps. Anyway, moving on. Nebraska. This is one. UTEP versus Nebraska. Everybody's looking forward to this. Not because it's going to be a good game, just because they want to see what Dylan Raiola can do. How good is this Nebraska team going to be? If you know anything, he's a fucking stud. Coming out looking like Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be a dog. The question is really how much do they even use him in this game? Obviously, UTEP fucking stinks. Easy cupcake schedule for the first fucking game. I have a hard time going back and forth in Nebraska. I think the talent's there. Dante Dowdle's a solid runner, faster guy or bigger guy. He's more their power back for sure. Jamal Banks, speedy guy, very fast. Naylor, very fast. Both older seniors. Going to make some impact on the field this year for sure for Dylan to really throw the rock. I think they give Dylan a lot of this game. I think normally I would go in and be like, oh, they're only going to play him probably the first half. I think he's going to see a lot of this game simply off the fact that he is a true freshman. And normally you want him to get as many game time reps, get as much film on him as possible. Simply off the fact of if he goes into bigger games later down the stretch, you want to have the most experience. You want to see him against other defenses. Obviously, UTEP's not going to be anything spectacular. I think he'll be done probably by the fourth, but I think he'll go all the way through the third as long as this Nebraska team doesn't absolutely choke somehow to UTEP, but I don't think they will. They're a very disciplined team. Matt Rule in college is a good coach. In NFL, obviously, he stunk, but in college, he's proven time and time again that he can flip a program around, and I think he's going to do it with Nebraska. So we'll see. And Dylan Royale is fucking amazing. He's so good. My boy, McCord, his line has gone up. I got him all the way down at 232. He's now at 239. So if you tell me on Pickett, you got it. If not, we're at 239.5. I think he's going to sling the fucking rock, dude, versus Ohio. Ohio absolutely stinks. They played absolutely nobody last year. And I mean, like, literally nobody. I can pull, there's a, I don't have it in the Twitter, but there's like, I put it in the video before, yesterday's video of like the schedule that Ohio played. And it's actually crazy how bad they were. They had obviously a lot of wins, but they're going to play nobody. In the only look we really got to see of this offense was in the spring game. New offensive coordinator this season. Going to be looking to sling the rock with McCord as he is a veteran quarterback. He has been playing against the best defenses in all of college football the past 3 seasons. I think for him, it's going to be more of a, I've already played against big teams, and now I get to go play Ohio and all these ACC schools that really don't play very good defense. I think he can cook this year. I don't think he's going to be like an elite player. I think he's going to be a systematic player that thrives in being in an easier offense. Obviously, he has younger stars. We don't even have most of them here. But he's obviously younger stars, so it's going to be interesting to see how they all play out on the receiving standpoint. But I think he's going to be fine. Obviously, if his line's at 19.5 completions, I think he soars over this. If he sees over 20, he should easily hit over this line against Ohio, who's going to give up some big time shots. What are you guys saying? I can't get player props on Mass. F me, I guess. L. Yeah, Akron. Yeah, I fixed it. Sorry. Anyway, some are saying UTEP will win just like in the enough. As long as J-Mo in control and Raiola IRL, he's going to hit everything. Already got my picks in last night, so I'm just here for here. Yep, yeah, facts. If you get picks in a little bit earlier in college football, it's normally the better. For NFL, it's interesting. I was talking to Alex Caruso about this. Of like NFL, it's going to be interesting when I post my picks and when I really want to place them. Because a lot of scripting changes throughout the week, especially for Thursday night. You look at a lot of, like, if you can obviously, like, take picks earlier, but say you take a pick banking that Najee's like Jalen Warren's gonna play. Jalen Warren say he doesn't play, your entire shit's fucked just because you didn't wait until Wednesday. You place it on Monday. I mean, you can obviously take the bet out, but if you place it on like a UD, you can't. That's like where it's tough. So I know I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for those games for NFL. I think I'm gonna post my picks throughout the week for NFL for Sunday and everything for the teams that I know like are pretty secure and what I have a good grip of. But FIU not touching. South Carolina, probably not touching. Raheem Sanders is going to be a beast. He's so talented. He was in a bad scheme. And he could feast today. But again, it's Old Dominion. Yeah, these games are fucking... Let's get to the good games. Jalen Monroe, under 39.5, 38.5, whatever it is, take it the under. I don't even think he runs the ball today. He looks like he's obviously a rushing quarterback. He's known for running the ball. Everyone calls him a running back. Blah, 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 blah. At home last year, he only rushed over this line 5 times total, and in his career, 3 times in total in his career. He's only rushed over it 5 times. He's a player that just simply will not run the football unless he has to, unless the D-line's pressuring him, unless he's uncomfortable in the pocket. Everyone has this thought of him as like a Jaden Daniels where he's going to run no matter who he's against, put his shoulder down, try to get the extra yards. This Bama scheme, and I get it's a new coach, no Nick Saban, but I don't think they're going to even play him outside of the first half. They're not going to need to. It's Western fucking Kentucky. But I think it's going to be very interesting because I think he's just not going to run. They're not going to risk the injury. He's going to sit in the pocket, try to make the right throws, read the defense well. Obviously, this team is so talented on Bama. They're not going to really need him to do too much. That's why I think all of his other lines are pretty low. I think they're kind of overestimating him doing a lot. Like, his longest rush is 15.5. I don't even think he does that either. Like, I don't think he really needs to run the rock. His line changed live time. Let's see. Live time. Nothing. All right. Let's scoot back down. All right. So an interesting line there for show. I'm taking the under. That's an actual play that I did place. Michigan, I ain't fucking touching this game. 70-point blowout. The blowouts I really try to avoid. You can take advantage of them in some ways by just taking a lot of unders on guys that won't play the second half. But for me, it's also hard to read where coaches are at with who they want to play, who they don't want to play, who they want to see in extended time, who they don't want to see in extended time. This game is an interesting game. I think it's going to be a big upset. This is my upset alert watch. Notre Dame, I'm just sketched of. Riley Leonard, I'm sketched of. He's supposed to be really good. He's supposed to come in and sling the rock. He can do it all. He has some legs here. Obviously, his line's at 31.5. He can scoot, as we all know by now. He's playing like a Texas A&M team that's going to be hungry, that's going to be out here for Jimothy, what is going on? That's going to be playing out here for this is their chip. This is what they need. And if they come out and they win, they're looking like a pretty good playoff team as a sneaky slide into that spot. Because when you're in like an SEC, when you're in like a Texas A&M spot, you can lose a game or two and probably still get in if you beat like the Notre Dames of the world and the bigger games and you have a few of those wins. Anyway, going into actual lines and player props of it, I'm definitely going to low-key sneaky, if I would, take a Texas A&M side here of the spread. Anyway, Riley Leonard probably going to take his over, honestly. I'm probably like take his over here. I think it's going to be a game where they need him. I think they're going to be behind it here and there, and I think this is going to be a close game, to say the least. So I think they're going to obviously try to sling the rock with their best player on their team. I don't think they're really going to lean into the run game like they used to with Estime. I don't think they're going to need to do that, so it's going to be interesting. I'm going to take the over on the pass of that. Texas A&M, I don't know enough about Connor Wegman to really give you a good read on him. So I'm going to not do that. UCLA, I got a text from one of my boys, and I can read it to you, about why they're taking UCLA here. Where is it? All right. Leaning the ladder of TJ Harden, as we can see here, over in the UCLA game. New offense. I think Bieniemy is going to be great for him. Hawaii got run on 58.4% of plays last year. No real backup. He's a senior who didn't transfer. So he should have 18 to 20 touches, assuming they are up in a -14 spread. Pretty good logic here for TJ. I think, honestly, low-key, since we're on UD, fantasy points might be the wave. He's definitely going to fucking score. If he's getting those kind of touches, you love to see it. Again, half PPR benefits running backs way more than it would receivers. So you'd lean fantasy points running backs there for show. I think TJ is a really good spot. He made a really good case, and he's someone I can definitely rely on. So you guys, really young guys, love A&M today. Nah, dude, I think A&M's gonna cook. All right, heading to, again, we're in the later games now. Nothing really here I love. Again, Georgia Tech we saw last week. The big upset. Woo. Very predictable as fuck. Florida State sucks. ASU, I know a lot of people are on a few of these plays. I'm personally not. I don't know if Quinn's still here. I don't know if he is. I've seen some players take a few of these guys. I'm personally going to stay away from these games. LSU, USC. This is where a lot of people are at. Going to be a good game. This is one I'm really looking forward to watching. I mean, USC's traditionally sucked ass. I think they're probably going to still suck ass from a defensive standpoint. And Garrett Nussmeier is going to be, he's in the Heisman race already. Crazy. He's going to be a player I'm taking the higher on, like 100% of the time. I think he's a better passer than Jaden is. And Jaden thrived in this offense. Obviously, he had 2 first-round receivers. But Nussmeier still has 2 first-round tackles. Caleb Jackson is going to be someone he can rely on. Josh Williams, someone he can rely on in the backfield. These 2 guys are going to be pretty solid this season. And he has a good receiving core. Obviously, it's not going to be the same. But these guys are older. They're coming into a scheme where it's like, I feel good about it. They're going to be a lot of RPOs, quick reads, get the ball out early. What they did with Jaden was they made his first read the easiest read possible by making it the primary breaker route. So they would give a lot of double moves, a lot of simple stuff to where it would be like a post corner concept against cover 4. They would attack a cover 3. If they see 2 high, they're working down. Working 1 high, they're going to attack the corners. This scheme is really good, and that's why Jaden thrives so well. I think Garrett's just as good of a passer, if not better, like I said. I think he's going to absolutely thrive. His line is at 34.5 passing attempts. I think he soars over that. He's playing a really bad USC defense. I think this is going to be a 45-50 game where Nussmeier has 400 fucking passing yards and absolutely cooks. It's not an official play. I probably would make it an official play, but I've kind of already placed everything. We'll see how the slate goes today. If I like it a little bit later, I might place it myself. If I was in New York, I would definitely place it on UD and pair it with one of my bets, pair it with the free Jalen Milroe line. But, yeah, I like his passing yard over a ton. A ton. Like, I love this. I honestly love his passing attempts, too. I love both of these because I think it's going to be a slang of the rock fest. And love to see that. FSU, you fucking stink, brother. You need a job. Put the fries in the bag. It's time. Put the fries in the fucking bag, man. It's over. You lost it. Sad. Real sad. And that's the place for today. We just went through all the college slate. Oh, fuck. What the hell? Going through my elements on my computer. All right. That's the slate. That's what we're rocking with today. Y'all saw the plays. You saw everything. If you didn't see it, you can rewind, rewatch, re-see everything we went through. If you're watching this in post and you're seeing this like before game time, I hope you guys cash out. I hope you guys take advantage. You just make sure you're on Pick'It because, again, this is where I literally place everything. And you can see all the bets I have for today, all the units I'm putting on it. Normally, I just put 1 unit as a general base. Sometimes we'll put 2 units if I really like a play. And we'll go from there. Make sure you take advantage of the promos on UD. You take advantage of the promos on Underdog and FanDuel, all those sort of spots. You can find them all. Make sure to use code BDG on Pick'It when you sign up. You follow me. I have somewhere in the chat, I have my Pick'It up there earlier. It is Gut045, or you can find it Nick Guthrie. Underdog, use code BDGE and deposit $10, or you can deposit up to $2,000 and get $1,000 back. There's a ton of promos on there. Let's make a parlay, says Raymond. Raymond. Just, this is my parlay, okay? This is my parlay, right? Milroe under, Fleming over, Ward over, and Cade under at 192.5. There you go. That's it. On UD. Place it. I can't place it. Otherwise, I would. When I'm in the office on Thursdays and when I'm in the office on Sundays, we'll make parlays for the lives. We're going to have a Thursday stream. Big Thursday stream. We're going to have Thursday plays out. Wednesday, we're going to have the plays out. So you'll see a YouTube video then for NFL, and we're going to be rolling. NFL is here, baby. College football is here. We are rolling. MLB might take a back burner for me when the NFL season is really rolling and everything, and then we will be live with NBA in a month. It's coming quick. Time is flying by. Love you guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you all this week. A lot of content coming out, so I'll see you guys a lot this week.